This is Europe in 1522, and the island of Rhodes, which belongs to the Knights Hospitaller, is under siege by the Ottoman army under Suleiman the Magnificent. Who were the Knights Hospitaller, I hear you ask? Initially created to run hospitals in Jerusalem and care for Christian pilgrims, the Knights Hospitaller turned into a military order after the success of the First Crusade. However, by 1187 Saladin would recapture Jerusalem, and by the year 1300 the entire Levant area would be under Muslim control. This forced the knights to move first to the Kingdom of Cyprus, and then, after a 4-year siege, to Rhodes. Here the knights would repel two separate invasions, one from the Sultan of Egypt in 1444, and another by Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II in 1480. The Ottomans around this time had rapidly expanded their empire, having annexed the Mamluk Sultanate in 1517, and they wished to increase their dominance in the eastern Mediterranean, and one of the keys to this was conquering the island of Rhodes. Additionally, the knights had basically become pirates who were harassing the Ottomans constantly. This would lead Suleiman the Magnificent to personally lead an invasion of the island. Having learned from the mistakes of the past invasions, Suleiman would send a massive force including 400 ships and around 200,000 men to ensure victory. The siege would begin in late June, with the Ottomans fully blockading the island with their massive fleet. By July, the Ottomans would land on the island with their army, and the knights only had 6,703 men to defend their island with. By August, the Ottomans began to bombard the fortress of Rhodes daily. However, this failed to initially break the walls. This led the Ottomans to have soldiers dig underneath the walls and plant explosives at the foundation in order to collapse entire parts of the wall. Many of these soldiers would be killed by the defenders, as the knights were aware of such tactics. The Ottomans eventually collapsed a part of the wall, and furious fighting between the two sides ensued. While the Ottomans would launch several attacks at this breach and other parts of the wall, all of them would be repulsed. This continued until December, by which point both sides had taken huge casualties and were exhausted. By December 22nd, having basically run out of men to defend with, the knights sued for peace with Suleiman. In this peace, Suleiman promised not to slaughter the people of Rhodes, to allow the knights to leave for the Venetian island of Crete, and that no church would be desecrated on the island.